In the cold heart of Siberia, where the Tura River winds through endless forests, a man was born who would shape the fate of an empire and become one of history's most enigmatic figures. This is the story of Grigori Rasputin, a mystic, a healer, a manipulator, and, to some, a demon. Grigori Yefimovich Rasputin was born on January 22, 1869, in the tiny village of Pokrovskoye. He was the only surviving child of his peasant family, with his siblings succumbing to illness early in life. Despite his humble beginnings, Rasputin would rise to influence the most powerful family in Russia, the Romanovs. Little is known about Rasputin's early years. He received no formal education and was illiterate well into his adulthood. The young Rasputin gained a reputation as a troublemaker, engaging in petty theft and heavy drinking. Yet, beneath this rough exterior lay a man who claimed to have a divine calling. At the age of 28, Rasputin underwent a spiritual transformation. Following a pilgrimage to a monastery, he declared himself a mystic and began a life of religious wandering. This marked the beginning of his journey into the spiritual and political spheres of Russia. During his travels, Rasputin developed a reputation as a man of spiritual insight. He claimed to have the ability to heal the sick and foretell the future. His charisma and the rumors of his miraculous powers earned him followers, but it also attracted skepticism and hostility from those who doubted his intentions. It is believed that Rasputin had ties to mystical and controversial religious sects, including those who practiced rituals far removed from the Orthodox Church's teachings. These associations added to his mystique but also deepened the mistrust from the clergy. In 1903, Rasputin arrived in St. Petersburg, the glittering capital of the Russian Empire. His charismatic presence and reputation as a healer quickly gained him a following among the city's religious elite. But it was his fateful introduction to the imperial family that would seal his place in history. By 1905, Rasputin was summoned to meet Tsar Nicholas II and Empress Alexandra. The couple's son, Alexei, was afflicted with hemophilia, a genetic condition that caused uncontrollable bleeding. Doctors had failed to treat him, and the desperate parents turned to Rasputin. Miraculously, Alexei's condition seemed to improve under Rasputin's care. Whether it was his prayers or the calming effect on the anxious Alexandra, Rasputin's influence grew. To the Empress, he was not just a healer but a man sent by God to protect her son and, by extension, the Romanov dynasty. Rasputin's growing influence was undeniable. At court, he became a trusted confidant of the Empress, advising her on spiritual matters and state affairs. However, his presence also sparked jealousy and fear among the nobility, who saw him as an outsider meddling in the affairs of the empire. His letters to Alexandra reveal a man deeply concerned with her welfare and the future of her family. He often offered spiritual advice and urged her to stay strong against critics. To Alexandra, he was a man of divine wisdom. To others, he was a sinister figure pulling strings behind the throne. However, Rasputin's rise to prominence came at a cost. His close relationship with the royal family sparked rumors and outrage. Many in the Russian court viewed him as a fraud and a manipulator. His alleged debauchery, heavy drinking, womanizing, and controversial behavior became the subject of scandalous gossip. In addition to his spiritual guidance, Rasputin began to wield influence over political decisions. Empress Alexandra trusted his advice on appointments of ministers and military officials. Critics argued that Rasputin's meddling weakened the government and accelerated the empire's downfall. The outbreak of World War I in 1914 brought unprecedented challenges to Russia. In 1915, Tsar Nicholas II left for the front lines, leaving domestic governance in the hands of Empress Alexandra. Rasputin, now her closest advisor, began influencing political appointments and policies. Rasputin's influence over Alexandra led to widespread criticism. His involvement in state affairs alienated the nobility, church leaders, and the military. Many viewed him as a symbol of corruption and a threat to the stability of the empire. The correspondence between Alexandra and Rasputin reveals the deep trust she placed in him. She often referred to him as our friend, believing he was divinely chosen to guide her family through turbulent times. But to outsiders, this close relationship only fueled the fire of controversy. By late 1916, a group of nobles, determined to save the monarchy from Rasputin's influence, conspired to eliminate him. On the night of December 30th, Rasputin was invited to a dinner party hosted by Prince Felix Yusupov. According to legend, Rasputin was served poisoned wine and cakes, which he consumed without effect. Frustrated, his assassins shot him multiple times. Yet, Rasputin reportedly rose again, forcing his killers to deliver a final, fatal blow before throwing his body into the frozen Neva River. Rasputin's death did little to halt the decline of the Romanov dynasty. In 1917, just months after his assassination, the Russian Revolution began. The imperial family was overthrown, and the once great empire descended into chaos. In the years since, Rasputin has been the subject of countless books, films, and debates. Some historians argue that his influence has been exaggerated, while others view him as a scapegoat for the Romanovs' failures. Today, Rasputin remains a figure of fascination and mystery. To some, he was a holy man and healer; to others, a charlatan and corrupter. His life, filled with contradictions and controversies, continues to captivate historians and storytellers alike. What do you think? Was Rasputin a misunderstood mystic or a sinister manipulator? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more stories from History Unveiled.